like Marcus is going to have a slightly better exit. Side by side they go. The right-hander, T13, T14, I think going to be side by side again. Marcus is going to have the inside of T15. Great move. Really good racing. Awesome stuff. Still loads of opportunity. The rear end of Walker is not happy. There's Mayer with his one move, his one defensive move. Gone to the inside of the defense. Thinking breaking point up the hill. As they go side by side, trading pain a little bit. There's nothing wrong with that. Plenty of space left. Good battle.
Thank you for letting me know.
What about now? Is there audio now? I think there is because I can see it going up and down. I think there's audio now. With a bit of luck. Awesome. Awesome stuff. Can you hear the game in the background as well? Anyway, welcome. We'll do the welcome anyway. Welcome to round 6 of the, as we see Huey go off in the background. Round 6 of the mini WEC LMU series. We're at Lemons. We're at Le Mans. We're 90-minute race tonight, so really looking forward to this one. The drivers have been practicing. We're about to tick over into qualifying. I have got a co-commentator. I'm going to bring him in a moment. But yeah, I just wanted to do a quick intro. Okay, cool. The mic's working now. That's good. Yeah, round 6. Here we go. It's the finale. I've been looking at the standings. Hopefully, this is not going to break. Nope, that's not what you want. You don't want that one. You want this one. Here are the standings. Let me zoom in if I can. There we go. Right, so in the GT3 class, we've got Tamas, Marcus and Jerome. Jerome can't make this one, so he's shown as DSQ. Nicholas P4 and Stu P5. In the hypercars, we have got Huey leading the way with Dylan P2, Vince P3. Adam, who's not going to be making this one, is P4. And Nick, who also I don't think is going to be making this one in P5. So it does mean that Lucas could jump up into the top 5. As well as Dacian as well, who's with us tonight as well. He could jump up into the top 5 as well, I think. So yeah, there are the championship standings. I think all the cars are in the pits at the moment. But I have done some calculations. And this is what I've worked out. So for the hypercars, it goes this way. If Huey is going to be crowned the champion, he needs to finish at least P4. He needs to finish at least P4 regardless of where anyone else finishes. That means that he's going to finish on a total of 200 points and he'll be crowned our hypercar champion. Dylan, if Dylan wants that crown, he needs to finish P1 with Huey finishing P5 or lower. So basically, yeah, Huey needs to finish the race and finish the race not last in class. If Vince wants to be crowned the champion, he needs to finish first. His only hope of winning the series is to finish P1 and for Huey to DNF and for Dylan to DNF, basically. Actually, no, sorry, I got that wrong. He needs to finish P1, Huey to DNF, and Dylan to finish 4th or lower. That's your hypercar. That's the math. That's the math behind the hypercar championship. For the GT3s, I'm going to change this so we can actually look at a car on track. Track side. Let's go to someone who's out on track at the moment. Let's go to Stu. There we go. At least we'll have a car out on the out on track. Oh, as he hits the wall. Right, for the GT3s, and he's broken the car, has he? Nope, he's not. Okay. But in the GT3 class, Tamas is leading the championship, and he will become the champion by finishing at least 3rd, regardless of any of the other results. Marcus needs to win, and for Tamas to finish 4th or lower. Jerome is out of it. He's withdrawn from the championship, and Niklas is out of contention mathematically. So there you go. There's the math behind it all. Let's go and welcome in our co-commentator, who is with us somewhere. Let's go and grab him, move him into here. Here he is. Tommy's going to be joining us for this one.
Lads.
I don't know what was going on with my mic. I think it was what I was talking about earlier on, where I lost all my profiles.
Oh no!
I literally was like giving the whole intro, and then someone comes, "Oh yeah, can't hear you, dude." Oh great. Yeah. So unprofessional. Oh, so unprofessional. I take it there's in-game audio.
Yes, I've just been familiarising myself with the controls and what I can do.
Okay.
But it's when you go on watch view, you can see sector times and things when you're watching a specific driver, so I can keep an eye on stuff like that as well.
Cool.
But it's always hectic, isn't it, on with multi-class racing? So it'll be an exciting race. I'm sure there'll be plenty for us to talk about.
I hope so. I've got my popcorn. I've got my tub of popcorn here. So I apologise to the audience now if they hear me munching on my popcorn.
I need to go and get a gin. I can't sit in the sim rig without a gin. So.
Okay, we'll allow it because you're not driving tonight, but that doesn't normally stop you anyway. In the rig, we might add.
Yes.
Yeah, not in real life. We do not condone any drink driving.
I tell you, a double gin and pink cloudy lemonade is worth half a second in the rig.
Is it? Oh dear.
It is, especially with ice.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. Word for it.
So this is the final race of the season, isn't it?
It is, yeah. So this is the finale, round 6. We've done 6 rounds in the mini WEC series in LMU. We only did 5 rounds for the British GT series in ACC. I don't know why. Actually, no, I do know why. It's because we were limited for British tracks in the or British tracks that we wanted to race at in the British GT series in ACC, and that's also why we decided to adopt Spa as a as a British track for the finale, because we didn't want to go to Snetterton, because the ACC version of Snetterton is rubbish.
I've never driven it. I'll be honest with you. So I couldn't judge, but everyone knows and loves Spa, don't they? Unless you're in a public lobby. So.
Yeah, exactly. So we thought it was a good place to finish, and I think it makes perfect sense to finish a multi-class season in LMU at the Mon.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. So the drivers are heading out. They're now heading out onto the track for their out lap. So we've got a 15-minute quali session. 15 minutes isn't going to give them long around here because it's a long lap. I'm trying.
There's a bit of a multiple selection of tyres as well, if this data is correct. We've got 2 of the hypercar guys on softs and 3 on hards by the look of it.
Yeah, so I think the hypercars get a choice between the soft, medium, and hards.
Mm-hmm.
And the I want to say that the GT3s only get 2 choices of tyre compound. I think it's either the... Hang on, I will be able to let you know. If we go into here, I think for the GT3s, it is a choice of medium or hards.
Okay, is there a limit on tyre usage for this race?
No, they've got 64 sets of tyres. So
wow.
I think they'd do well to work their way all the way through those.
And do we have any data on soft tyres? How many laps they last? Do we know, or
so
is it a bit of a rough guess?
I was doing some testing yesterday with Huey. When I say testing, I was trying to work out how to actually drive Le Mans because it's been a minute. I have driven around Le Mans in a few like kind of championship races in ACC, but it's one that I've only done a few times, so I don't really know it. Don't really know it that well. So I was kind of getting to grips with it in LMU. I was very slow, but I was doing my lap times on the soft, and I did about 4 laps, and I think I lost around about 15% of grip.
Oh, okay.
But I think so. I think probably what we're going to see, based on the very limited data that we managed to extract yesterday during a bit of a testing session, is that it's temperature related as well.
Okay.
So the race starts at 6 o'clock in game time, so 6 p.m. in game time, and the temperature will drop off. So it will drop around a degree per weather slot. So it will get cooler, which means that I'd imagine we'll see everyone start on the hard.
Yeah.
And then it will be about timing when to go on to the medium if they need to stop. And I think that, well, no, actually not. It's not if they need to stop. They will need to stop because it's a 90-minute race. You could manage the fuel for an hour, just as we saw Huey do in one of the races. He managed to no stop one of the races. But for 90 minutes with 2 times tyre wear, because we've got 2 times tyre wear and 2 times fuel usage as well.
Okay, so it's going to force, what, 2-3 pit stops, do you think?
I think it's going to be at least 2 pit stops, but it'll be when do they go onto the mediums potentially. And I could be talking absolute rubbish here, but this is based on the very limited like kind of data that I put together yesterday.
Yeah. Vince has just laid down a spicy sector 1.
Yes, he has. So Vince is purple.
I think that's the fastest we've seen so far.
What in the practice sessions as well?
Yeah, because Dylan was quickest overall, and he was in the low 33s sector 1 in practice.
We've just seen Vince look very scruffy through one of the chicanes. I need to try and remind myself of the corner names here as well. Where is it? Oh, because there's a chicane that goes one way and there's a chicane that goes the other.
Yes. I remember trying to learn this track for the first time and trying to remember which straight I was on and which way the chicane went at the end of it.
Should we just call it chicane 1 and chicane 2?
I think that's perfectly fine.
Okay, just do that.
So Dylan's just put in a 1:22.4 in sector 2, which I'll be honest, I can't remember if that was on pace for him in practice.
For Dylan, we've got Vince purple sector 1, Dylan purple sector 2. No, we've now seen Huey take a purple sector 2.
Yeah, and now he was watching some onboards of Dylan through sector 3, and was shocked at how much of it he was flat out. So we may see Huey just try a few things in qualifying, I think.
Okay.
So it might be interesting to go on board with him, because he was surprised that Dylan was flat out in some corners.
Now, I don't know. I think typically, because of the long straights, you run quite low aero. As we see Huey get a little bit sideways as he gets on power out of the right-hander. I don't know what corner name it is, but we'll just call it a right-hander. So, because the Dunlop curves around here, it is very, very fun. They are very fun to drive. It is a good, fun track. But it's one of those where if you're too hot into one, you lose time throughout the rest of the sequence of corners, because you're then you're just out of position then for the next one, and then you just can't get back into the right line.
Very similar to Suzuka, I think.
Yeah, so we're going to see Huey cross the line with a 1:30.1. So we've been watching Huey, but Dylan, first blood to Dylan with a sorry, I said 1:30. It's not. It's a 3-minute 30. So Dylan's a 3-minute 29.1. So it's a second. There's a second in sector 3. So both Vince and Huey are losing out to that Porsche, isn't it? No, it's a Caddy, isn't it? That Dylan's in. They're losing out massively to the Caddy through sector 3.
I can't see Dylan's sector 2 and 3 times for some reason, or Huey's or Vince's.
So what this is a bit of a limitation with LMU. I don't think you can see previous lap times now.
So once they've started the lap, the previous lap clears.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, correct. But we can see, looking at the timing screen, I can see that I think Dylan's now set a purple sector 1. He's showing his 0.2. He's now set a purple sector 3. Sector 2.
I can't see that.
But Huey is also... Oh, no, Huey's gone into the wall, sadly. So he was pushing hard, but he had just set a purple sector 1. The fight's on here, isn't it, between Dylan and Huey? So I don't know if you heard me at the start of the stream, Tommy, but I've been doing some math, okay, and this is basically in order for Huey to win this championship, he needs to finish at least 4th.
I think that's easily doable.
It is easily doable. Dylan needs to, if Dylan wants the crown, he needs to finish first and hope that Huey finishes 5th or lower. So, but it still could go either way between these two. I mean, yeah, Huey has got the upper hand, but if Dylan goes and shoves it on pole, which at the moment the early indication is that he's got the pace to do so, and Huey starts having to battle with Vince. What's he going to do? Is he going to try to get his elbows out, or is he just going to be like, no, you know what, guys, you can just kind of drive off into the sunset, and I'll happily cruise to a 3rd place or something?
I don't know. I think Huey strikes me as very similar to me, where he's here to win everything. So sitting back and taking a 4th place. Where's the fun in that?
It's not his style.
No.
I would sit
Gotta
back.
go for it.
I would sit back and just take the 4th place personally, but then because I'm a passive kind of guy. And then when I cross the line, I'll be like, yeah, there we go, guys. I've got a crown.
Yeah, say whatever you want. I still won.
Yeah.
So we got Dylan on mediums now, but he's in the pits.
Okay. We've got, and this is another thing that you can do in LMU and the hypercars is that you can mix compounds.
Yes. So does this mean Huey's got mediums on the back and softs on the front? Is that right?
I think when it's in that order, it means he's got hards on the front, mediums on the rear, maybe.
Oh, okay. So hards are green.
Yeah. I think so. I mean, on my overlay, it's showing that it's a green circle with an H in it. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Right.
So looking at the standings, he's Dylan's not far behind, is he? Really? I mean, it's a bad race for Huey, and it's doable.
If Huey gets himself into a little bit of trouble, and ends up in 5th place or something, he may not win the championship. So he needs to put in a result here.
Yeah.
There's still a little bit of pressure on him. Shall we have a look at the GT3 class now? Because
I think that's a good idea.
So I was doing a little bit of math as well in the GT3 class, and it's not quite as close, but there is still some battles going on. So we've got Tamas at the moment leading the way, and according to my calculations, all Tamas needs is a 3rd place finish, regardless of where anyone else finishes. So there's Tamas at the moment in the McLaren. He's parked up in the gravel pit at the moment. He's just teleported to pits. But yeah, so all he needs is 3rd place if he to win the series. Marcus is his closest rival, and if Marcus wants the crown, he needs. Let me just have a look at my notes that I made here. He needs to win. He's
only 8 points behind, isn't he?
Yes, it's 8 points. Yeah. So he needs to win, and he needs Tamas to finish 4th or lower.
Hmm.
And it's basically out of those two. Jerome sadly is withdrawn from this championship. Otherwise, he would have potentially been in with a shot as well, and he could have won by finishing 1st. And then if the others got involved in a bit of trouble, he could have potentially won the championship. But sadly, Jerome's not completing the series. He's out. So yeah, it's between Tamas and Marcus.
And we got Stuart in there as well. He's a little way back, isn't he?
Yeah. So and we've also let's talk about the other drivers in this series as well, because you've got Niklas as well. So he's a little bit too far back to finish. I'm pretty certain that Niklas is one of the guys on controller still.
Okay.
We've got Coulson. Coulson couldn't make the last couple of races. He was out in the bush. Looking at on safari, so he's not been around for all of the races, but he has joined us for this, and he has picked up a podium in this series as well. He
has at round 3.
Yeah, as a Stu as well. Stu's picked up a podium as well. So, it's on these two. I think really they're going to be keen to try and get the upper hand on each other, and get the bragging rights to say, you know what, I finished the series with and one more podium than you, and why not?
So I've not seen much of Tamas. Obviously, Marcus, he's been with us over loads of championships, hasn't he? He's a fast guy. So it'll be interesting to see those two battling it out, I think. Because have they been close on track through all the other races? Because if you look through it, there's a first and a third, a first and a second, a fourth and a second. So they've been in and around each other for a lot of the time.
Yeah, they have. It's been pretty good racing in the GT3 class. Last week, we had a really, really good battle between Niklas and Tamas, and I think it was Marcus that won that last round. Marcus was in the distance a little bit, from what I can remember. I think the results are in here actually.
Yeah. Vince has gone up to second place here. He's just snuck ahead of Huey in quali, but they're both still out there.
Yeah, so Marcus was about 8 seconds down the road, in sort of around Bahrain. So he was quick. But yeah, so that's the GT3 class. Let's go back to the hypercar. So what you're saying, Vince has snuck in to into P2. So he's slotted onto that second spot on the front row.
He was on a good lap though. He's quicker in sector 1. He's coming up against some traffic now though.
Yeah, he's on a very good lap. He's found half a second in sector 1. He's purple sector 1. He's personal best middle sector. So it's going to be about this final chicane here. Let's ride on board with him. Watch out for the sausage. Let's see what.
I think he's going to pip him.
Oh, it's a 28.9. It's a 29. He's gone and shoved it on pole. It was really good timing that we were able to catch the final bit of that lap. How long's left in the session? That's it. Where'd that time go?
Yeah. He'll be happy with that.
He'll be dead pleased with that one. He will be super chuffed. He's literally snuck it on pole by a 10th. If we quickly look at the starting order, set the starting order and bring it up on stream. So on the front row we've got Huey P1, Dylan is P2, and then we're gonna have Vince P3, Lucas P4, Dacian P5, and then GT3 class we've got Marcus. Well done to Marcus for putting it on pole in the GT3 class. Tamas is going to be P2, and then Niklas P3, Coulson P4, and then Stu the Lazy Camel P5.
I think we're on for a good race here at the front.
Yeah.
And there's not much between Marcus and Tamas either.
Nope. It's going to be interesting.
Mm-hmm. Right. So, who are you going to go on board with at the start, or are you going to take a bit of a wide view?
I think we're going to go trackside with Vince, because he's right in the middle, isn't he? Right in the middle of that 5-car hypercar pack.
I'm gonna jump on board with Marcus and just keep an eye on Tamas and the other guys behind him in GT3, so I can give you a bit of a heads up if there's anything funny happening there.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, Tony. No, why not? Yeah, Snetterton. So I love Snetterton. It's like my local track, but I don't particularly enjoy driving it in ACC for some reason. But yeah, here we go. Formation lap. Now, historically, I get really excited at the start of the race. So let's someone's off. I just saw someone in the background off, and they're in the pits.
Marcus.
Something's happened. Did he not set his? Oh no. What's happened there?
Looks like he's starting from the pit lane.
Yeah, maybe he just didn't put fuel on or something. What a shame that is.
It's a long race.
It is a long race, yeah. It is a long race. Here we go. I think the flag's about to drop, is it? Oh, he's got no force feedback. No way. LMU. I can't even restart the race. I can't do nothing for you, Marcus. I'm really sorry, dude.
He'll still be fast. Marcus with no force feedback would still be faster than me.
Here we go. We're going to see the green flag drop.
Green flag.
Off we go. So 90 minutes of Le Mans. Dylan's got very racy off the bat, and Lucas is in there as well. Oh, they're so close.
On the inside.
So close. Dylan's got out of it though. That's allowed Vince to go through. But Huey's gone very, very deep into T2. Is it? Stays ahead. But yeah, it's so at the start of the hypercar race with cold tyres, even though you have the tyre warm, oh that's what it is. They were telling me about this yesterday. It's all to do with the battery, because you start the race on 100% battery, you don't get as much regen like into the first braking zones, so a lot of people end up out braking themselves, and that is basically exactly what we just saw there with Huey. And it looks like Vince is tucked up right underneath the rear wing of Huey as they go side by side down towards chicane number 1 into the braking zone. He's side by side. Huey's not able to turn in, and Vince is leading this one. Vince is leading the race.
It's still nice and close in GT3. Tomas is still in the lead. Nicholas is right behind him.
Oh, those two were going right at it last round as well. So it'll be interesting to see what happens between those guys. It looks like Lucas is getting racy behind. Lucas is up into. Did I just see something happen to Huey? Where's Huey?
I think he's just outbraked himself into that chicane, hasn't?
Yeah, he's now down into P4. So at the moment, P4 is all he needs to win the championship, but that's where he is. So he's gone from P1, cracking quali session, and down into P4. Someone's off the track there. Who was that? Is that Lucas off the track? Yeah, it is. So Huey's now up into P3. Have we seen a change in the lead for the GT3 class? I think we have, haven't we? We've seen Nicholas go through on Tamas.
He has, and Marcus Letts is surprisingly not that far back on the pack. It looks like he's slowly catching them.
Oh yeah, he's not very far back at all, is he? Considering he started from the pit lane.
Tomas is looking like he's going to make a move at the end of this straight. He's trying to line him up by the looks of it.
Yeah, we're track side now, looking at this little battle. Take on a little bit more popcorn.
He tried throwing a dummy at Nicholas there by the looks of it, but he didn't fall for it. Oh, Marcus has gone off in the background.
Oh, I saw a load of sand just being flown up. Oh, yeah. He's got no wing. Yeah, he's got a very, very broken car in the barrier there. Oh, Marcus, unlucky. Had a force feedback issue at the start of the race. Now I've got a very broken car. He's probably going to have to teleport to the pits, isn't he?
Yeah, is that going to be... that's going to be quite a long wait before he can exit again, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's a long race. Anything can happen. Did you say he's only got to finish 4th?
He only has... so it's Tamas that only needs to finish 4th. Marcus needed to win. Marcus needed to win. He's actually shown as a DNF now, Marcus. I think Marcus is probably shown as...
Vince is still in the lead on the hypercars, and Huey's caught back up. He's in 3rd.
Okay. Yeah. There's the top 3 in the hypercars. You can see them in the same screen. So, yeah, they are close. This actually, you know what? This probably plays quite nicely into Huey's hands here, with Vince being in the lead. Because Vince is quick, but I do feel that Dylan and Huey may just have that little bit extra when needed in the hypercars. The hypercars are tricky to drive, especially under braking with no ABS.
Dylan looks like he's about to come through. And Huey's really caught up to the... Oh, no. Vince has got back ahead.
Yeah, so is that to do with the energy deployment there? Because Vince managed to stay ahead, but he's gone a little bit deep in the chicane. That's going to allow Dylan to get right underneath the rear wing again, and it's going to allow Huey to get in on the action.
I think Dylan might have been a little more conservative on the brakes into that chicane than Vince was. And Vince just a little too quick and lost it on the exit.
Yeah, a little bit too deep. Compromised his exit, didn't he?
Yeah. But Huey is right on the back of them now.
Yeah, side by side through the chicane, aren't they? Very nice. Dylan's through, nice move. But now that's meant that Huey is tucked up right underneath the rear wing of Vince. Let's ride on board. Is he going to go for a move? No, I think he's just a little bit too far back. But
Vince has.
Vince was late on the brakes. Great move. Good view from Huey's seat.
That was very bold. Very well done, though. Quite aggressive for this early in the race, isn't it, as well, between these three?
It is. I reckon that was either a case of, oh gosh, I'm going to have to go for this move. Or it was just a very, very good aggressive move. I think it might be the first though. Oh no,
he's gone deep.
He has, yeah. He needs to be careful of the rejoin. So far, so good. Oh no, Marcus just put in the chat his force feedback cut out when he went into the corner.
Oh dear.
What wheel have you got, Marcus?
I'll be back in 1 second, Jason. I've just got to let my cats out.
No worries. Right, let's shift our attention to the... Oh, someone's off. Is that someone off kicking up some dust? No, it's not, but Nicholas is about 2 seconds ahead of Tamas at the moment. There he is, going onto the back straight. Where's Stu, the lazy camel? There he is. So at the moment, Stu's on for a P3. Coulson's in the gravel. No, Coulson, come on, get going. I hope we're not going to see another casualty here. Come on, Coulson, get going. So now Dylan's through. He's getting away a little bit. Here he's tucked up underneath the rear wing for Vince. So Marcus, you've got the R5. That's the same wheel that I've got. It cut out completely. I don't think I've ever had that issue in LMU where it completely cuts out.
I'm back with a gin.
I've got my decaf coffee. It's all good.
Very good.
Sadly, we have got another casualty in this one. It's
Coulson.
It's Coulson. Yeah, Coulson's out.
Oh no, Collie's my favourite.
Shall we bring him in? Shall we bring him into the chat and have and he can tell us what happened?
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Where is he? Hi, Coulson. We've brought you into the steward's room. Not because we need to question you about any investigation. But we just thought we'd give you the opportunity to let us know what happened, sadly. But just bear in mind that you are live on the internet, so don't say anything that may offend or incriminate yourself.
Who are you talking to?
I was talking to you. Talking to you, Coulson.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't know that. No, okay, no problem. I'm just watching Stewie.
What happened?
I took going into first corner of the Porsche curve. I don't know for what reason the back got away from me. I think I might have been a touch too late on the brakes. And the back came round, so into the right hander, the back came round, and as I caught it, it just whipped left and straight into the wall and engine gone.
Oh no, bad times.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the
Yeah.
DNF from that point, isn't it? Because you can't teleport to the
There's
pits.
nothing you can do, yeah.
Yeah.
So disappointing. I was driving around. But it is what it is. You can't dive into the wall. You got to stay on the track.
Yeah.
What happened to Marcus?
Marcus had a mechanical failure as well, actually. So he had a force feedback issue.
Because you saw he started from the pits. And then it looked like at Indianapolis he stopped there. So I don't know if it was what happened, yeah.
Yeah. So he had a force feedback issue at the start, which meant he had to start like from the pit lane. I guess he had to try and restart his wheelbase or something, or just quickly restart the game. But he caught back up.
He was like only 5 seconds behind Stewie. And then I saw, he's stopped now. But I'm hoping for Stewie to, well, he's got a podium at the moment if he finishes. But he's giving these guys a good chase here.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. He's not. The chase is on. He's only 2 seconds back from Tamas. Nicholas is only 1.5 seconds ahead. So, yeah, Stewie seems to know his way around the Le Mans, which is good to see. We've got a very very good battle for the lead of the hypercar race going on at the moment. So we've got Dylan 1.3 seconds out in front, but then there's a very very good battle between Huey and Vince for P2. We've got Tommy. Tommy's in here as well. So Tommy's in the commentary booth with me.
Hey, Colin. Hi, bud. Have you got a big hanky for me? Or tissues, a box of tissues?
Nah, man up, you'll be fine.
Yeah. Heartbroken.
Oh dear. Well, we were like, we were hoping that either you or Stu were going to get another podium. It looks like it's good. It looks good, like it's going to be Stu now, which is it's just as good.
Good for him. I'll be happy for him. Yeah. He's my big race partner. We always race against each other. And I was holding him off for a while, well, all the time from the start. So, yeah, disappointing.
Are you entering the American series, Colin?
I entered today, yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Really good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. What car did you go for?
BMW, I think.
Oh, lovely.
The M4?
Yeah.
Nice.
I've got some setups I can send you if you need them, Colin.
Yeah, that'll be, any help is good.
I feel like I've finally fixed the low-speed understeer issue with the BMW. And it feels really good now. I've always kind of driven it out of protest because Rich forced me to, but I actually feel really comfortable in it now.
Yeah.
The BMW is actually...
Set up, that'll be nice.
Yeah.
The BMW is actually a really good car in ACC.
Yeah, it's a good all-round car.
It's quite a safe car to drive as well, I think.
Yeah.
It's good.
Oh.
It's still quite tight at the front. Pretty evenly gapped, but Vince is looking a little scrappy on some corners. But it's still...
Wide.
He's gone off, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's a big moment.
Yep.
Luckily he stayed straight. I had a snap hook.
Nicholas is slowly getting a little bit of a gap between him and Tomas as well, by the looks of it. Tomas was only about 2 seconds behind at one point, but he seems to be dropping back a little now.
I think, the gap's up to... The gap's up to 3.1 now. But yeah, that mistake by Vince has now released Huey. Huey's now 3 seconds behind Dylan, and strategy now, isn't it? I think a little bit.
I think so. It's all, it's only a couple of seconds. It's everything to play for still.
Yep.
And Vince is still quick. He could pull this gap back.
Yeah. It's so you know, you just brake a little bit late in a corner or something, and it makes a big difference. So.
Yeah. Huey's gaining a little here, isn't he? It says 2.3 now, my timing screen.
Yeah, it's saying 2.7 on my timing screen now as well. If we go on board with Huey, let's have a look. Whenever you go on board with these hypercars, they always sound so quiet.
They sound broken, don't they?
Yeah, really quiet.
Down to 2 seconds now, according to my timing screen. I think yours is a little more accurate, though, Jason.
Yeah, it's showing 2 seconds. That info that I've got is not right. So it's saying last lap time. Oh no, that's the last lap time. If I turn that off. Yeah, it's saying 2.3 seconds for me.
Yeah. And Lucas and is it Dacian? Is that how you say?
I think so, yeah.
They're a little way back, aren't they? Ooh, Lucas has just gone way off.
Oh yeah, Lucas is fast.
He's facing the wrong way.
He is. A great livery on that BMW though.
Someone made Dust's first cars put in the GD3s.
Oh really?
Yes.
Yeah,
Nicholas is pitting.
Interesting.
After 4 laps. Unless he started a bit later on purpose.
Maybe.
I thought about it. Because your last stint won't be a full tank run.
Ah, so with the increased tyre wear and fuel burn, the last stint isn't a full stint, so you can either do that a shorter stint at the start of the race, or you can and then 2 full stints. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because also you come out with nobody around you now, so you can drive your own race and
push.
Not worry about the mirrors, and it all pans out in the end. But if you can run clean, then it helps.
I know. I find I drive faster when I'm chasing someone.
Yeah, no, I do. But he's in the lead, so he was in the lead, so then it's different. Yeah.
So
I like to chase as well.
Gap at the front is now up to 3.4. So I don't know whether
little wins.
I wonder whether Dylan is just monitoring this gap a little bit. Although it's come down massively, all of a sudden it's now down to 2.2. The gap. Oh, my overlay has finally sorted itself out. It's now showing me the real-time gap between P1 and P2.
I see Vince has pitted as well.
He has, hasn't he? He's just gone into the pits.
Box.
So, how far into the race are we in time now?
Well, is it double time or 3 time real time? I can't remember what we set now.
Is this going to go tonight?
It should do.
Is it doing the full cycle?
We've got a time multiplier on the server tonight. So what we should see is so it's 3 times the time progression, and it started at 6 o'clock. So
I'll finish in the dark then.
It should do, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
So we're 20 minutes in so far, aren't we?
Yeah, I was hoping I'd be able to see the actual real in-game time somewhere, but it doesn't seem to be somewhere where that I can take the option to see it.
I can see it's 7:06 p.m.
Okay. Yeah.
On the timing screen, on the in-game in the timing screen, it says 7:07 now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Time flies when you're having fun, eh?
So
that's one pit after 20 minutes. That's it's going to be a very strategy-driven race by.
in the GT3 it's going to be 5 laps.
Yeah.
But then I did like a sort of a test thing with it, and I actually overfueled on the last stint. I actually only needed 2 laps, and I had 4 laps in. So it's going to be how you call that last strategy. If you can change it on the fly, or do you just go with the full tank, or whatever you're going to do there. And also when you change tires, if you go every stint, or do you go double stint on the tires to get a quicker pit stop? To both of them are pitting in the GT3 leader and second.
Yeah. So do you think that everyone's gone for a very similar strategy then in the GT3?
Except the other guy that did it, he went in lap 4.
So we need to keep an eye on Niklas now, don't we?
Niklas, yeah.
Yeah,
Tamas is in the pit.
Yeah, so where's Niklas? Is Niklas now going through the Porsche curves?
He is, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But scraggly then.
Yeah, so where's Tamas is in the box, so Dacian's picked.
Still static, yeah.
So Dylan's blinked as well. Dylan's pitting.
Yep,
in the
and
lead.
Huey.
Coming up to the Ford chicane.
Okay, let's have a look see where Niklas is. So it's still showing that.
He had made a mistake in the last chicane. Then.
Yeah, a bit scruffy. Oh, I just heard someone hit something in the background. Someone just crash into something. So it looks like Niklas is going to come out in the lead, isn't he?
Yep, Stuart's going to be second by the looks of it.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, he is. I'm
And
sure.
by quite a long way.
Yeah.
Oh, there's cars side by side leaving the pits.
Where's Vince? He's just coming into the Porsche curves now. Huey and Dylan, are they still static?
Dylan's just left.
Dylan's coming out, okay, yeah.
Huey's static, but Huey's lost a lot of time.
Vince is just coming through the last chicane.
Yeah, so Vince is going to take P2 here, potentially.
Yeah.
Who's behind Stuart?
Huey is just coming out the pits now.
Yeah, he is, yeah. So Vince now takes P2. So I think something happened to Huey in the pits.
Dacian.
Shall I go back and check a replay?
If you don't mind, but I think something happened to Huey in the pits there because he was he's lost around 6 seconds somewhere, I think. No, he's lost more than that. He's lost about 15 seconds in the pits.
I'm just watching him coming into the pits now. Pit entry's fine. He was straight up onto the jacks when he entered the pits.
Maybe not then. Maybe he's just taken on like more fuel, or he's done has he done something with the tyres? Oh, I don't know. Okay, I heard a crash.
Yeah, I see this Dacian. He was facing the wrong way now.
Ah, right. Looking at leaving the pits. So there was 2 cars leaving the pits. Dylan and Tamas left at the same time. Oh no, sorry, Dacian and Tamas left at the same time, but it doesn't look like there was any incident.
Okay.
Dacian just spun at the second chicane.
So Huey's come out of the pits, 15 and a half seconds behind Vince?
He's 11 and a half seconds now behind Vince, but he is 18 seconds off the lead. Let me change this so it's just gap to next. There we go. So our viewers can see more what's going on. Hashi's saying he must have took tyres, and I think you're probably right. Is that Adam? Where are you? How come you aren't in this one? Someone's just gone very, very deep into the hairpin.
Dacian,
Yeah. So
Dacian at Indianapolis or whatever the next corner is called. He went wide there again as well. Time.
Vince is not far behind Dylan now, just under 5 seconds.
5 seconds, yeah. Gap has opened up a little bit between Vince and Huey. Gap is up to 13 seconds. So I don't know what's going on with Huey at the moment, but this phase of the race, not much pace.
Nicholas just lost the rear at the end of the Porsche curves as well. It was a bit on the edge, but he's recovered quite well.
So Nicholas is our GT3 leader at the moment.
He's ahead of Dacian as well, by the looks of it. So.
Yeah. Hashi, aren't you supposed to be in this one? Weren't you registered to drive? Well, I think you withdrew, but didn't you? Is it Adam? We've just had another entry into the USA GT series.
Oh, lovely. Who?
Mr. Hart, I think.
Very good.
It's looking quite healthy now. We're up to about 13 cars, so we'll do a few more.
There was a guy that used to race with us. I think his name was Jason as well. Or I think he recognised me because he had an RX-7, but I haven't seen him in the group in a while.
Oh, yes, I know who you mean. His name was Jason, wasn't it?
Yeah. I haven't seen him in a while.
No, I'll have to... You know what, I might
I'll
actually...
pick him a message.
Yeah, I might go through, like, kind of the entry list from one of our, like, first series. The one that was really busy, you know.
One thing I did mean to mention to you, on SimGrid, when I search for Jsky, Jsky, your channel doesn't come up.
It does on mine.
Does it?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't come up on mine, and because Nick reminded me, because he was searching for the championship and couldn't find it, and I said just go on your previous entries and click on the profile that way.
That's what I did earlier, and it worked for me, yeah.
You have to do jsky.uk.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, just jsky doesn't work.
Yes, you're right. That's come up now.
Yeah, jsky.uk. Actually, my internet hub didn't get delivered this week, so I can't enjoy. Oh no! Oh, you got some BT internet issues, have you?
So Vince and Huey are catching Dylan, by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Vince is down to 2.9 on my screen. Huey 12.1.
Yeah. It's now down to 10.7, 10.5. So yeah, what's happening here is Vince is catching Dylan. Huey is also catching Vince. So the intervals between the interval from Huey to Vince is now down to just 9.5 seconds, and he's only 13 seconds off the lead. So yeah, chase on. As we go on board with Huey. Yeah, gap there. It's gone up a little bit. He's just got stuck behind a GT3 car. Gap is up to 11 seconds.
Hamas is catching Stewart as well, by the looks of it.
Yeah.
He's just reeling him in.
On average, yeah, I think Stewie's got my problem. He's not consistent enough. He's got like a 4.8 and then a 4.14 and then a pit lap. So he's had a couple of invalid laps as well. I know that feeling. What you might have in this race is drive-throughs for track cuts as well. It's quite easy to pick them up sometimes.
Yeah.
Is it easy to pick up track cuts around here?
Yeah. The top corner before the Mulsanne straight. The right-hander.
Huey's just had a little incident with Dacian.
Oh yeah, Dacian's like facing the wrong way in the barrier, isn't he?
Yes, I think that Huey might have been. Well, I'm going to go back and watch a replay before I say anything.
Okay.
I'm doing the same thing.
I'll let you watch a replay, and I'll let you submit a an instant ticket.
Yeah, that's cut and dry. Huey tagged him ever so slightly there.
Oh no, really?
Yeah. I mean, he's a lap down, but Huey got a much better exit. It looked like Dacian was trying to come to the inside to get out of the way, but I think Huey just misjudged that slightly and tagged him.
Yeah. That was ugly.
Oh yeah, and Dacian's got a broken car now as well by those things, I think. Isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, very broken. He's going to have to pit. Oh yeah, it does not want to turn right at all. Okay.
Okay, in car.
I think that's... it looks a bit cut and dry from the replay, but I've only seen it from one angle.
I think Dacian was much slower than you expected. I watched it a couple of times now from in-car as well. That gap just, I know it's still Yui's responsibility, but that gap's just closed so quickly.
Yeah. There's, it looks like Tamas is close to making a move on Stuart, Jason.
Oh yeah, let's have a look. I was just having a look at the...
Oh gosh, Vince is less than a second off Dylan as well.
Oh yeah, all of a sudden it's like battles on at the same time. Right, okay, so this is the view back from Stu, the Lazy Camel.
I'll keep an eye on Vince and Dylan for you, see if anything materialises. It'd be lovely if we could do like an F1, like a little window on the side, like a battle cam.
Yeah, it would. Well, there is a way of doing that.
I wonder if I could.
Here we go. Move is on.
Go on.
Tamas is making a move on Stu. The Lazy Camel as they go down towards Indianapolis, I think it is. I'm pretty certain this is Indianapolis, which is the kink
coming
down
up to Indianapolis.
Yeah, very, very tricky part of the track, but Tamas has made it look quite easy. Through he goes. She's going to try and hold on to him, I think, but let's shift our attention now to the front because we've got a nice battle between Vince and Dylan.
Very close at Vince.
Yeah, here we go. This is the rear wing of Dylan in the caddy. He's gone quite deep into the chicane.
This could be interesting down the straight.
Yeah, so Vince is going to be very, very keen to keep it nice and clean and tidy and try and get the best exit he possibly can. Vince is all four wheels off the track there, trying to get the best exit he possibly can going down the main straight. He's tucked up right under the rear wing. He's now moved out from the toe. Side by side they go down towards the first chicane. Dylan has got... I'm trying to remember which way the first one goes. I think it goes right, and I think that's...
No, it's going to go, to the right, yeah.
Yeah. Through goes
Lovely.
Vince. Nice move.
Very neat.
Very neat. The only thing I would say is that it looked like there was all four wheels off the track to try and maximise the exit onto the straight.
You'll get a track cut for it.
Yeah.
Probably like 1 or 1.75 if it's really bad.
So we'll let the game do its thing there with that one.
And he seems to be closing a bit as well, 10.1.
This could all change with within a pit stop, though, couldn't it? It's
Yeah.
I see
Not out of touch.
Nicholas has just pitted
Nicholas has put it again. Yeah, he's let me just see. Where was his last pit? Was on 5.
So we have got the option to apply a stop-go penalty during the race in LMU, or do we think that we need just to investigate that incident?
You.
Yeah.
It's a difficult one because if you watch from the previous corner, the guy gets it. He gets it crossed up a bit, and I think Yui's now thinking that the guy's going to go wide, and then I think he sees that the guy he sort of holds the inside line, which he's entitled to do, and then I think he just runs out of space too quickly.
Let's review it after the race then. Let's not.
Yeah, difficult one. Yeah.
Okay.
Stewart's dropped back from Tamas now.
Yeah, gap 3 seconds. It looks like Lucas is pitted in the hypercars.
I don't have track map overlay. That would be nice.
So going back to what we were saying about battle cam, I think the only way to do it would be for me to add in a window of Discord.
If I was to live stream,
and then you shared, yeah, that would be the only possible way we could potentially do that. Let me have a little look and see if that can do.
okay, if I share my screen, screen 1. There we go. I'm sharing my screen.
Oh. Don't know who Nicholas was flashing his
Vince
lights.
is in the pits. And he's now leaving the pits. And Huey is 7 and a bit seconds behind Dylan. He's made up a bit of a gap there. That's interesting. I wonder where all that time's come from. So surely we'll be seeing Dylan and Huey into the pits shortly as well. Need to try and keep an eye on that gap and see where Vince is going to come out in the 3, because they were still quite close together. Tamas is just coming down the pit straight, and Stewart's
as well.
not
so
too far back.
This lap. They'll have to put at the end of this lap.
Nicholas
Dacian's just had a DNF as well.
Yeah. Nicholas has already pitted for his.
Yeah, he's done it. And he's
on his
in the same section of track
now.
as them almost, yeah.
Yeah, so he's not going to be far back by the looks of it if those two pit. Huey's now, he's still 7 or something seconds behind, so he's not too far.
Right, I'm just trying to play around.
Yeah, a track map would be a nice view to add, wouldn't it? So we're nearly halfway through the race now. Only yellow flag. What's going on there? Didn't see that. I think that might have been Vince. He's just lost a bunch of
He's
time.
got a lot of time down, yeah.
He was 60 or so seconds. He's now in the 70s.
70s, yeah.
Right, there we go. We have a little battle cam window.
Ah, yes, there we go.
Which we can turn on and off when there's
I need to
another
get onto YouTube now.
another little battle going on. The only problem is I do have to have. I don't know.
Oh, it shows all the people in the chat as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, there is a way probably where I could neaten that up, but that's okay. Actually, no, there is a way.
Huey is now 6.4 off the lead. He's really gaining on Dylan, and they're both due a pit as well, aren't they, Coulson?
Yes, I think so. Let me see on that other thing through Shaw. So he pitted. He pitted on lap at the end of lap 6. So he needs to pit at the end of this lap.
Okay. So let's see where he comes out. Vince is still, he's nearly 74 seconds behind. So he has lost a little bit of time there somewhere.
Dylan also end of lap 6. So let's see if I can pick up on a sector here on Vince.
He had lap 11 was a 4:42.
Yeah, but he pitted then.
That was his pit stop lap, was it?
Yeah.
And lap 12 is that showing invalid?
It's an invalid lap, that I think. So you might have had an off there somewhere.
Yeah, he did lose a good 3 or 4 seconds, I think.
Yeah.
There we go. That'll do. Managed to. Oh, there's a tiny little gap at the bottom, but I can probably.
Oh, it works quite nicely, doesn't it?
I should be able to just.
This is going to be interesting.
Go on. Oh, Tamas in the pit.
Yeah, and Stu hasn't pitted. I hope he's got fuel and hasn't missed it. See if I can see on an inboard thing if it shows me that.
There we go. That'll do.
So we should see Dylan coming in. Yep, Dylan's coming into the pits, and I should imagine Huey will follow him in. Yep, he is.
Yeah, so we're seeing the second pit stop. 46 minutes left, so we're bang on right in the middle of this race, aren't we? Hover your mouse over the shared stream, and you'll see an arrow with 2 people side by side. Click it. I think what I often do, Hashi, is I actually turn off the, I lock the preview so that I can't hover your mouse over the shared stream. Do you mean in Discord?
I'm very concerned for Stewie. I'm sure he knows what he's doing. I don't know how he's getting an extra lap.
Okay, so you think he may be on the verges of running out of fuel at the end of this lap? So we got Huey and Dylan in the pits. Vince is
hide the members
coming through the Porsche curves, so it's going to be close. Dylan has just left the pits. Huey is still in there.
Yeah, Huey's still stationary at the moment. Vince is now coming around, like you say, the Porsche curves. He's about to go through
Huey's
the
on his
chicane
way
one.
out. Yep. Huey is just leaving the pits. He might just pit Vince here. Oh, no. No, I don't think he will.
No, I think Vince is going to go through. It's the speed differential, isn't it? You always forget about these. That's in the GT3s. It probably would have meant that he would have stayed ahead.
So Huey's had quite a long pit stop again. So before they entered the pits, he was 6 seconds behind Dylan. And now he's, what, 21?
It's showing that he's 13 seconds behind.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're 13 seconds behind, but the fight is now on between Vince and Huey. Oh my word!
Huey's right behind him with a big snap.
Yeah, huge snap going onto the main straight.
Yeah.
Get off this helicopter view. Really showing us much.
So keeping an eye on Stewart as well, because he should be pitting this lap.
Coming up to the Porsche curve. Was he clever and did a a fuel save?
He might
He's
have
been
done.
much more consistent, but he's not as quick as the others.
So halfway through the race, and it's all still to play for, isn't it? Really, the GT3s
very much so.
are a little spread out because their strategies are offset. Oh yeah, he's coming in now. So this should show us a little clearer, a clearer picture of the GT3, but the hypercar's still really close.
Anything can happen there.
Right, so where's Nicholas? He's just coming through the Porsche curve, so he should... I think he might jump back into first place in the GT3.
Yeah. No, he should. And Thomas is not that far behind him.
No, not that far at all. So that's Nicholas just gone through. Stewart's still in the pits. Where's Tamas?
He's coming through the last chicane.
Here we go. Move on between Huey and Vince as they head towards.
Vince has gone deep, hasn't he? Little.
Yeah, as they head towards Indianapolis. Is this Indianapolis? No, it's not. It's heading towards the Porsche curves, aren't we?
Yeah.
I think Huey needs this, doesn't he?
Huey, he doesn't need it.
I think I thought they said if he finishes fourth or better, he wins.
Yeah. So looking at, let me just get my little information, my little notes up from the start of the race, because I actually made an effort this time to so I knew what I was talking about.
Stewart is still in the pits.
Dylan needs to win, and Huey finishes fifth or lower. So, yeah, Huey. All that Huey needs to do is finish P4 or above.
Yeah.
I think he's just going to go now. Yeah. Why did that take so long?
That took a very long time, didn't it? Unless he had some
I
damage.
wonder if he fixed damage, maybe. Yeah. Which in a race like this, it might be worth it. But he'll be a long way back now.
So Huey just needs a good exit
Huey
here,
on the
doesn't he?
straight, you know?
Yeah.
Look at this. This is lovely. We're like...
Oh, sounds like it's got a misfire when I hear it.
I put myself as Ted Kravitz.
He's Martin Brundle.
Colton,
that-
you can be Danica
that woman?
Patrick.
The other lady. What's her name?
Susie.
She's a
Naomi Schiff.
No,
yeah,
she's
a South African.
she is a South
Yeah.
African. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can be Naomi. She's
Yeah.
great,
I'll be
Naomi. is.
Naomi, yeah.
Yeah. Side by
I just gotta
side.
get some funny clothes to wear.
Oh, dear.
That's
So-
the weirdest fashion sense, that one.
Yeah, yeah. So, which one are you, Jason?
I'll
Are
be
you Martin Brundle?
No, I'll be Crofty.
Crofty.
I'll be
Yeah.
Crofty.
I'll be Johnny Herbert before he was sacked.
They were side by side into the second chicane there, but Huey's
Ooh,
just
Vince
thought.
is aggressive into that braking area.
Yeah. Game looks great though, doesn't it? As the sun is setting.
Really good. So we're over halfway through. At this rate, Huey's going to take the championship, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Yeah. He
What
is.
what does this mean for GT3? Because Nicholas has a decent lead on Tamas.
So let me go back to my little notes. Yeah, so Tamas needs to finish P3 or above.
It looks like that's pretty sewn up as well, doesn't it?
It does at the moment, but we've still got like just over half an hour to go, haven't we? 38 minutes. Lucas is now in the pits. Where's Stu? There he is. With a repaired car. Huey's P3 at the moment, isn't he? So Huey's going to be... Oh, big correction there through the Porsche curbs. Huey's going to be thinking... Oh, P3 is okay.
I don't think Huey will drive for P3 though.
This is what we were
You
saying
don't
at the
think?
start. At the start,
No,
he'll
he'll try and go past.
He'll try and get past him. Yeah, he won't just sit there in P3. He can't.
Give you
No
some
way.
inside information, yeah. And looking at the lap times, the timings for the sectors. So after a pit stop, their first sector for the GT3s is about 142, one around about there. So when Stewie did his last
Vince has
pit
gone
stop-
deep. Vince has gone deep into T3, I think it is. Let's go
Here comes
trackside.
Huey past.
Yeah, I think that's Huey by now, isn't it? Yeah.
it's going past him, yeah.
Oh, Vince is off. He's in
Again.
again. Yeah. So I don't know whether it's something to do with the tyre pressures as it's cooling, or whether just a loss of concentration. But two mistakes there,
Yeah.
one after the other, is going to drop Vince back, and he was going really well actually in P2. Huey now is going to be thinking, can I chase Dylan down to get
Yes,
my...
you will be thinking that.
Yeah, he'll be thinking, can I chase Dylan down to get what would it be? I think it would probably be his fourth. It'll be his fourth win, and Vince is now facing the wrong way. Lost it through the first chicane, I
Oh,
think.
yeah.
Yeah, so really scruffy lap. But yeah, it'll be Huey's fourth win of the series if he gets a win here, and that's probably what he's going to be thinking to himself, isn't it? He's going to be thinking, can I get another win?
Yeah.
What I was saying earlier is Stewart's pit stop was about a minute longer than the other two. They did 145 and 142 on their first sectors out of the pits, and Stewart's was 243. And he's back in the pits.
Mm.
So he must have some issues.
I think is there not a bug in LMU where like it can be tricky or it doesn't always set the correct like fuel or something? Good evening, Paul.
don't know.
Paul's just dropped a message in the chat. Good evening, gentlemen. Miss has been making me watch other stuff. How are we all? We're very good. We're very good, thank you, man. I hope you're good too.
He's a good lad, our Paul.
I saw a few peeps in the practice server earlier on today. You jumped in as well, didn't you, Colson?
The ACC.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I was horrific, so I just left.
Oh, okay. You didn't want to stick it out and get any better. You just thought
No,
that.
I went back to LMU practice.
Oh,
And
okay.
that's what burns my butt, this one, because I know I was driving okay. I mean,
What I don't
I
understand.
was averaging 4.8, 4.9 something, and I mean, I'm looking here at Stuart. He's 4.10 average laps, sort of 4.10, 4.12, somewhere around there. I know I'm not, I wouldn't have got. I mean, Nicholas, he's 4.6, 4.7, sort of thing like that. Thomas is also he's 4.6 and then 4.9. Got quite a few invalid laps and things. So yeah, I think I could have got third. But
Oh, Vince is off again.
Oh dear, he's gone straight into the pits, hasn't he?
yeah,
I
he's
think
gone into the picture.
he's done something. He's brought a broken car, I think.
Someone else is pitting as well. Nicholas is pitted.
Yep. See, what I don't understand, I jumped in the ACC practice server earlier as well, and I think it was yesterday, and I put in the lap of my life, and I've never driven that fast, and I'm still a second and a half slower than Tony.
I saw Tony get beaten in that practice server.
I did, yeah.
No way.
I was looking.
By somebody Wu.
Yeah, some Chinese chap, I think.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Chinese just with that surname.
Yeah.
It could be like kind of, I don't know, Korean or
I
something.
wanted to make a meme and say, who beat you? Like WU, who beat you?
Yeah.
It was I actually withdrew in the race and then I watched the race. Yes, they were both driving beautifully. Tony made one or two little errors, I think, which cost him a bit. But yeah, they were fast.
Yeah, I did see the results for that one, but I saw a few people that have signed up to the USA GT series. Took the opportunity to jump in, have a couple of laps, have a little practice race. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the USGT series.
Me too. Vince is way down. He's leaving the pits.
He's in the pit still.
Yeah.
Huey said he was at 6.6, he's 7.2 at the moment. Closing again.
Huey's going to come out like... Vince is going to come out like 90 something seconds behind, so he's lost a good bunch of time there.
Yeah, I think I don't know if his tyres went off. I don't know if he maybe went too far on the set of tyres.
Yeah.
Tried a third stint or something.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Because I know in the GT3s you can't do more than 2 stints, or you can, but then you're playing with your life.
So what's the gap between Tamas and Nicholas?
So it is quite
Almost ahead now.
significant, I think, the gap. It looks like Tamas is in the lead.
Yeah, I think he's a pit stop behind though.
42-second lead. We can actually have a look at the data for the number of stops on the overlay. It's showing that Nicholas has pitted twice. Hang on, yeah, it's showing that Nicholas has pitted twice, and so has Tamas. So it's only Stu that's pitted 3 times.
Okay. We've got Huey catching Dylan by the looks of it.
Significantly, gap is now down to 6.1 seconds. Paul's good to hear you well, Paul. The livery is dreamy. Yeah, I saw the livery actually, like not in game. I've seen it in Awesome when I was syncing it up. I haven't had a proper look around it, but I just saw the profile view of it, and it looked good. Yeah, it looked good. Who made that one for you? Was that Kieran? Someone's flashing their lights. Who was that flashing their lights? Was that GT3?
How did Noah get in here?
It is. That's Nicholas
Yeah.
flashing his lights.
I didn't know again.
Yeah, according to the timing screen, Nicholas has pitted 3 times and Thomas twice. And he should come in now, next lap maybe. Yeah.
Huey's now 4 seconds behind
4
Dylan.
seconds.
Catching them quickly. They're going to be another lap or 2 away from another pit stop. Curious to know why Huey's pit stops seem to be taking longer than Dylan's
I'm
and Vince's.
On board with Vince into the Porsche curves, and he had a big slide.
Tony made the delivery for you. Nice. Yeah, it looks really good. Looking forward to seeing it on track on Tuesday night. Are you doing a special US livery, a team advocate, Tommy?
Yes, I've changed the colour to teal instead of yellow.
Oh, okay. Yeah, love it. That's all you need to do. That's all you need to do, really, isn't it?
Just change the colour of the side of the car. I was going to put a picture of one of my cats all over the car.
Okay.
Our Gandalf, but I decided I couldn't be bothered.
Fair enough.
She's a special lady, is our Gandalf. She's having all of her teeth removed tomorrow.
Oh no.
Okay.
Are they just like rotten? Like cat's teeth can go a bit nasty.
Yeah, she's got gingivitis. Apparently they just get it and then people charge you thousands of pounds to have them removed. So
yeah,
that's my life.
Yeah, it's so common in cats. Like I don't know why our cat's got what's it as well, but our cat's got a bit of a deformed jaw. Actually, like he's a bit of a snaggle tooth. He's got a snaggle tooth at the front. Bless him. No one wanted him. No one wanted our Benji. He was a proper runt of the litter. But then we were like, oh, you know what? Yeah, he's a bit thugly, but we'll give him a good home.
Yeah, we have all the disabled cats. As we're all like free to a good home or from a rescue, and now we normally go for the one that no one else wants, and you quickly realise that's financially quite a bad decision.
Because it's the one with a deformed leg or a condition.
They need all the drugs, all the vet appointments. We've got one that has a constant reoccurring bladder infection, and she's just on some version of cat crack that makes her chill out. She's stressed, apparently. She doesn't do anything. I don't know how she can be stressed.
How can the cat be stressed?
Yeah. I don't get it. And Gandalf's got to have all of her teeth out. Sponge likes to choke on everything possible, and we have to run her to the emergency vet at like £400 a time. And Rocco's just an arsehole.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely.
They're a lovely bunch. Absolutely lovely bunch.
Well, I hope it goes all right for them.
To bring you back to reality, that gap is 2.6 at the front now.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, that is getting close. Oh yeah, you can see him in the background. He is gaining, isn't he?
I hope it's a Jsky-uk logo somewhere on there, Paul. I was thinking your Racing Colt and Advocate logos, they probably would look better if they were on a white background. On the stream. I just sometimes you don't always see it. You just see almost like just Colt Motorsport.
Yeah, I can send you a different file if you like.
Yeah, if you've got one.
Yeah,
that'd be handy.
Yeah, I've got to go and redo them all because I don't know why. I just bought a laser engraving machine, so I need to redo all the logos so that they'll work with that thing as well.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you can put like laser engrave your hoses. Like,
Yeah, a bit of everything. So we do our own big brake kits, and we do a lot of like throttle body adapted, all our own CAD work and machining stuff, and none of it's branded. So I'd quite like to
brand it.
put our
Absolutely.
name on things. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you'll have to
If
get.
I ask the machining company to do it, it's an extra 50 quid. Well, like enough of them buys the machine, so I thought I'd just buy the machine. So. Plus, it'll be fun. I can laser engrave silly things all around the workshop and on people's stuff. And they can't get rid of it.
Can you get a big brake kit for the GTA 6?
Not for free. It's because I'm building. Haltech are going to use my RX-7 as a Haltech Heroes car this year, which means I have to finish it by August for the Gravity show.
Gravity.
But also, yeah, so it'll be on the Haltech stand at Gravity this year. But also there's an event called Sevens Day where all the RX-7s come together on the 7th of July. And this year someone's holding an event called Rotor Stock. So it's not just 7s, it's 8s and anything with a rotary in, and it's at Vista Heritage. And that's on the 12th of July, so my target is to get it finished for then so I can drive it there. So it's like a full race car on the road. It's going to look ridiculous. I'm definitely going to get pulled over.
Oh, pit,
Dylan
box.
Dylan and you both in at the same
Huey,
time.
Yeah, they're both pitting at the same time. Gap is down to 0.8, so very, very aggressive pit stop there from Huey. Oh my word, they got very, very close in the pits.
Yeah, you can't drive through each other in this game, man.
No, you can't. They got very, very close in the pits.
I was doing a single player game, doing like some testing, and I came into the pits and I thought, I'll just drive through these guys because my pit was ahead of about 4 cars. Ka-dunk, 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 ka-dunk.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
I know.
you hit them all, I think.
Are you going to Gravity then, Tommy?
Yeah, I presume I'll be on the Haltech stand trying to tell people how good it is.
Oh, Tamas is wide, or Niklas, sorry, is wide. Ah, that's cool. Where is it?
Yeah.
Is it NEC?
No, it's normally at the Telford. It's like an exhibition centre in Telford.
Okay.
I think that's where they normally do it. But I suppose it depends how big it is.
Yeah, I think it's quite big now, isn't it, Gravity? And I'm sure I've seen don't the guys that run it. Hasn't he got a Lambo or something? Or he had a Lambo?
Yeah, he's got a bunch of cars. He's got a few JDM cars and stuff as well.
Yeah, is his name Jordan?
I don't know him. That does sound familiar though. So Huey and Dylan are out the pits.
Yeah,
And
2 seconds.
Huey,
Same as it was as they went in.
yep. So that's not too bad for Huey. So
So we've got 21 minutes to go.
is this the last stint? Do you think? It's going to be cutting it close, isn't it?
Let me try and work it out. It's going to be a one more, but I think.
One more. So anything can happen still.
They did 6 though, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 7. I don't know. Let me try and see if I can work that out. Yeah.
But yeah, our brakes, Jason, they're made by another company in Taiwan.
Okay.
They're basically just a straight copy of the AP caliper, but a hell of a lot cheaper. But they still cost a hell of a lot of money. So brakes all round for my car cost about 3,200 quid, I think.
What, for your RX-8 or for your 7?
For the 7. So it's I think I've spent about $7,000 this week on parts, just to try and finish the car. And it's slowly crippling me, but we're trying to invest more in face-to-face marketing instead of spending so much money on Google Ads.
Okay.
So the car's a good way to do that, and do some track days, and speak to people in the pit lane, and
Yeah.
do some sprint and hill climb stuff, because that's a little bit of an untapped market, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
I'd love to get more motorsport customers. Like, I'd love to be able to get into actual motorsport instead of DIY motorsport, I suppose you'd call it.
Know what you mean? Yeah. Like if you could get into like a motorsport that ran multiple cars in different series would be really handy. So like someone that maybe they had, I don't know, they were in the Mini Cooper Challenge series or something like that, and then they were also in the Clio Cups or and then the Ginettas or something. That'd be quite handy.
Yeah, but it's all got to be relative, hasn't it? Because we're, a lot of the companies that sponsor things like that, they're marketing companies. They're not really, they don't do what we do. So Time Attack has always seemed the most relevant because it's freedom of expression to build whatever you want. But no one watches it in this country, so it's it doesn't seem worthwhile. But there's so many series where you can have a bit more freedom to build.
Yeah.
Ooh, Huey's gone deep.
He has, in the first chicane, wasn't it? Towards the end of the lap.
Should be a track up there.
Yeah. But the chase is on. The gap is down to 2 seconds, isn't it? In the GT3 class.
1.8, yeah.
The GT3 class gap is 36 seconds. I think. Yeah. So Tamas has pitted 3 times. So Niklas is yet to pit.
So it looks like Tamas will probably overtake him at the next pit stop, won't he?
I would have thought so.
I think it depends on how they do only 5 laps. So I think this may be the last stint for these guys, for the hypercars.
Gap is now down to 1.5 seconds.
Yeah, he's reeling him in.
Yeah.
See, Vince is only 36 behind, but I'm sure he's a pit stop behind it as well.
Number of stops. Vince is so the top 3 have all pitted 3 times.
Yeah, but Vince's was earlier. I don't think he can finish on what he had.
Oh, good. Yeah, good point. He did an early pit stop, didn't he? Right on board with Huey for a minute. Yeah, it's tricky, isn't it, Tommy? Time Attack is quite big in the States and Japan, but not so much over here. If you ever go to like a car show that's held at a racetrack, Time Attack's always on. But
yeah, I've got friends that compete in the drifting, which is normally at the same shows, and it's, I don't know, in the UK I don't class it as a real championship. The Time Attack stuff, there's not enough cars in there, they're not given enough coverage. When you look at the live stream, there's not anywhere near as many people watching as you think would probably be interested in that sport, so I don't think it's anywhere near marketed as well as it could be. It's a bit shame really, because there's so many good car builders in the country and interesting cars that you could see on that platform that they're just not there because there's no incentive. But it's something I would love to do.
Have you seen the Norris Designs Evo?
Oh yeah, no one can touch that.
Yeah.
It's a hell of a car. It's it's basically a tubular chassis now, isn't it? Because he's shortened the wheelbase and it's a hell of a car.
And it's got a huge, ridiculous wing on it as well.
Yeah. I think we bought our wing from the same guy.
Okay.
There's a guy called, I think his company's Race Car Wings, and it's a proper like Boolean profile, and it looks ridiculous on my car. Not quite as ridiculous as it does on the Evo, but
Yeah. Well, we know an aero guy. If
we do.
Yeah.
I bet he doesn't come free though.
No, he doesn't. He knows how to charge apparently.
Yeah, yeah. He's lost a bit of time to Dylan as well, by the looks of it.
He has. He's lost about a second, I think.
Yeah.
But the gap is it's ebbing and flowing a little bit, isn't it?
It is.
What's the in-game time now?
There's 15 minutes left.
Yeah. So.
Oh, sorry. In-game time is
9:54.
Yep, 9:54.
Okay. It'd be good to do something where we could just try to, I don't know, blur that like sort of transition between like sim and real, real track action.
It'd be great if we could kind of host a bit of an event.
Yeah.
If I could have kept the RX-8 alive, I'd have been more than happy to, like, you know, if we kind of go on a track day and just everyone pays the 40 or 50 quid extra to be a driver.
Yeah.
Everyone could have gone out and driven it because it doesn't really matter whether it survives or not.
Is it dead now? Is the RX-8?
Oh,
dead?
it's fully dead. Yeah, it doesn't want to idle. It doesn't want to rev. It's having a very bad time.
Is it the rotors or?
It's an ignition problem and oil control ring failure as well. So it's filling the inlet with oil and it's just burning it. So it's dead.
Okay.
It's dead.
And is that now just going to sit there until you put a different engine in it, or are you going to rebuild that?
There's no way I'm spending money to rebuild the Renesis. It's the worst engine man has ever designed.
Okay.
So it's just gonna, while the RX-7 is taking priority, which no one else is driving, by the way. I'm not letting anyone drive down the track today.
No worries, I don't blame you.
No, while that's being built, it's just gonna sit on the car park and hopefully not rot away.
Okay. Until you can put like a big V8 in it or something.
I want to put a Ford V6 EcoBoost in.
Okay. Is that like a common conversion?
No, no one's done it. But you can buy a brand new crate engine from Ford. It's the same engine as in the Ranger Raptor. It comes with turbos, injectors, inlet, literally everything apart from an auxiliary belt, even the wiring loom. And it's 3,600 quid from Ford, and it'll do 500 horsepower out of the box.
Okay.
Cheers.
Wow.
Yeah, you change the turbos, the internals will take 700.
Oh my word!
Oh.
Cool.
We all saw that.
Yeah, we all saw that. Huey did
I'll
not
take
want.
that as avoiding a back marker.
Yeah, Huey did not want to lose any time, did he? Because the chase is on here with 10 minutes to go.
Are they going to make it to the end, do you think?
Don't know. It's going to be touch and go.
We've got Nicholas Witchin in the pits as well.
Yeah.
And Tomas has just come out ahead of him. So that's the lead in GT3.
Okay, here we go. Battle is on at the front. Gap is under a second. It's actually 3/10. Huey's going to be keen to get a good exit onto the straight here.
Use up his quota of track cuts.
He's kept it properly
Pinned.
pinned. Yeah, proper pinned. Right, he's under the rear wing almost. Here we go.
Along, yeah.
Yeah. I wonder whether Dylan's going to be keen to break the toe. Let's see what happens. Yeah, he is. He's. Oh my word! The closing speed.
Yeah, they got more quickly.
Yeah, that gap literally vanished all of a sudden. As I always get a little bit confused because the so in the in AMS2 in the hypercars, you can adjust the amount of like deployment so that you can actually like kind of get a boost, can't you? But you don't. That doesn't work like that in these cars in LMU, does it? Isn't a battery purely for fuel saving?
I don't know.
But that's then the speed differential looked like Huey was almost deployed more energy, so he's able to like just gain so quickly. I don't know, confusing.
Is there much you can do in the way of setup in these to take a load of wing off? Or...
Yeah, there's the setup, the aero and suspension, all of that, highly adjustable.
Okay.
But and you can change the motor maps, so which affects the amount of regen, and well, it must affect the deployment as well. But I was speaking to Vince and Huey the other day about it. Apparently, it's not as if you can shift it to party mode, if you know what I mean, like a quali mode. It's all about the amount of like regen. So if you have the motor map set higher, it won't regenerate as much. No, hang on. If you have the motor map set higher, it will regen more. Because you know I mentioned at the start of the stream about on the opening lap, it's dead easy to outbrake yourself because when you brake, you don't, because you've got a full battery, it doesn't regen as much, so you don't get that friction braking, like the engine braking. That's why we probably saw a few of them like overcook it in the first couple of laps. So yeah, with the so to counteract that.
He's gone wide. Oh.
Yeah, he's gone wide, hasn't he, through the Porsche
He
curves.
went wide and then pulled it back again.
So to counteract that, you can adjust the motor map higher, which then means it's got a higher amount of regen, so it feels a bit more like your traditional race setup. You know what I mean? When you're braking, and then you lower it after you've done a lap or two, so that the battery stays around 50%, and it just deploys and charges throughout the lap.
I'm with you.
But in other sims, you have, and F1, for example, you have like recharge and balanced and like qualifying and like full deploy modes that you can switch to, and then that you can go quicker per lap because you're using all your goodies, all of the battery, but then there's a risk that you may use all of the battery and then have to start harvesting at the end of the lap.
Vince has just gone through a trip through the gravel again. He's weaving down the straight by the look of it.
Oh, Vince is.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just trying to get some temperature. Obviously, it's cooled off quite a bit now. Here it's down to about 20 degrees. Dylan is very close, but Huey is going to be dead pleased with this drive. I know he started on pole, but he's been in a fight, hasn't he, throughout the whole race. And with
to work for it.
6 minutes, nearly 7 minutes left to go at the moment, he's leading this one. So yeah, he's going to be dead pleased. Tony, hello Tony, he's just dropped in and been listening to me
Dylan closing.
Rabbit on about
Off.
Battery deployment, and he said he believes that the overall HP always stays the same. It's just
Dylan's
the
closing
regen.
fast. Oh, it looks like he's backed out of that.
Oh, he backed out up to the chicane there. He was closing.
I think that you're right, Tony, because that is pretty much what I think that's what Huey said. But we just couldn't work out why there was such a huge difference in closing speed there between the Peugeot and the Cadillac.
Can I just say that Nicholas is still in the pit?
Yeah, so Nicky's just dropped a message in the chat saying that he's got damage and he has to box.
Oh.
He's
Where's
box.
Stewie? Stewie's down the straight, so he won't get close enough.
Oh no, is that
Nicholas
Witchin who was
Yeah.
P1, yeah. I tell you what, the this battle for P1 is still very much on, isn't it? Dylan's gone wide through the right-hander just before Indy. Oh yeah, I can see you're going to try and find the replay, are you, Tommy?
Yeah, just having to zoom through if I can see where this damage has come from. But oh, there we go.
Oh yeah, I didn't quite see it. If you rewind, was that going into Indy? Is that Indy, or is that the Porsche curves? I think that's a section of the Porsche curves, isn't it?
Yeah.
If
awesome.
if TP wins, does he get a Lego Technic model of the Peugeot? They do actually do a really cool Speed Champions version of the Peugeot, don't they? Or am I thinking of something else? So yeah, welcome everyone. If you're just tuning in, it's getting late. We've got 4 minutes left of our 90-minute race at Le Mans. I'm not even going to say it because the checkered flag hasn't been waved yet. I'm not even going to say anything. But yeah, it's been a great season. I've really enjoyed doing something a little different to ACC. It started off with a lot of interest, and that interest did dip off as the season progressed. But it's still been really good. It's still been a very successful series for the channel, and I think it's good. I think it's good just to not put all your eggs. As much as I love ACC, and one of the reasons I love ACC is because it just works. Like in terms of like just being able to have confidence in knowing that the server's going to do what it needs to, and people aren't going to have issues joining. It just works. So ACC for the time being will probably be the platform that we use the majority of the time, but it has been really good to just throw in LMU and do something a little bit different. It's great to see hypercars and GT3s on the track at the same time, and it's just great to be able to scratch that downforce itch, I think, that some people needed, mainly Huey. But yeah, it's been nice. And oh no, Vince has pulled over. Look, there's a yellow flag. He's pulled over.
Oh gosh, has he had a bad time?
I don't know what's happened there. He's just pulled over. He's got going again.
Has he run out of fuel?
I don't know. He's just got going again. But yeah. Where's Huey? So Huey gap is 2.5 now, isn't it? Gap is 2.5. So with 1.5 minutes left to go. So what we're going to see? We're going to see one more lap after this, based on where they are on track. I think we are.
So.
Yeah. So we'll have a break now after this LMU series. So I had a chat with Huey. So we are going to have a little bit of a break for 1 or 2 weeks, and then we'll go into another series in LMU, and that will run on a Sunday night as well. But I guess we'll be finalising the details of that this week, and then launching it.
Both hitting.
Oh, are they?
Yes.
Gee whiz. I thought...
Oh, Dylan's lost it slightly there.
Really? They're both pissed. Make
Vince
it round?
Is Vince waiting for the leader so he can drive across the line and get the finish?
Oh, is Vince going to run out of fuel or something? He's just pulled over at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so this is interesting. I just hope that... Oh, Dylan's got out!
Left.
Oh.
Ahead of Huey.
Yeah, oh my word. So,
Dash.
splash and dash from both, but Dylan's got
It's gonna
out.
be close.
It's going to be... So this is now the final lap, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, I'm on board with Huey.
Yeah.
Who's flashing them behind?
I think Vince didn't want to do another lap today, so he's now on the final lap, tucked up right behind the leaders. Okay, and Huey is looking racy immediately, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Gap
Good
is
exit here.
Yeah, gap is
Oh.
4 tenths, 3 tenths, 2.7 coming down. It's coming down quickly. Look at the stream. It's
Tucked
gonna
right under the wing.
Yeah, he's gonna be getting a great tow. Dylan's gone super defensive, so that means Huey's gonna have to go the long way round as they head towards the breaking point, which is just around the 200-meter mark, isn't it? Is that Huey
good
through?
racing.
Is that Huey through?
It
I
is.
think it is. Yes, good racing from both of them.
But now the revolves are reversed.
Yeah, and now if you look, the gap is coming down.
Ooh.
Dylan's out of the slipstream.
Side by side again.
Yeah, into the braking zone for the
And he's
second
got the
hairpin.
inside this time.
Yeah, but is Huey going to try and hang it around the outside? No, he's not. He's not able
Hold
to.
him back to try and get a better exit, do you think?
He's got to either or he must wait until after the bottom turn and on the way to Indianapolis, use it along there.
Oh, it's going to be tough to overtake here, is it not? This is a.
Will it put you in there? This is where he has to do it, yeah. He's got to do it before Indianapolis. Then doesn't look like he's closing that quickly.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. The gap's actually opening up a little bit. So it looks like Dylan's got a better exit. So I think now, knowing the track, it's very, very difficult to overtake from here on in.
Yeah, on the end
Little
of the
snap to the brakes from Huey there.
Yeah, it's going to take something very, very brave from
a
Huey,
dive. Ooh.
I
What
think,
else, guys?
because this is now. Are we now heading down towards the
Towards
Porsche
the Porsche curves.
the Porsche
Yeah.
curves? Yeah. So there's really only one line, one fast line anyway.
A desperate dive into the chicane might be the last place.
Oh, he's really
Look
gaining
at that
here.
gap.
My word!
Oh.
Oh, God.
Oh, Dylan's
Oh,
gone
Dylan's
deep.
gone wide. He's gone deep. He's gone through. Wow. Wow. He's flashing. He's flashing his lights.
Excellent. That
Good.
was amazing.
Yeah, really, really good racing.
He actually had to back off, and I think it might have thrown Dylan a bit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Checkered
hold on,
flag is
guys.
waving. Very, very good battle. So 90 minutes and they were battling on the last lap. How about that?
That was a great last lap.
Yeah, really good. Really good. So Vince is going to take P3.
That was excellent. Where are we on the GT3, guys? Is there still...
Thomas
Bit
has
of a
got
gap.
it wrapped. And they all three are spaced out. They
Yeah.
not like spaced out, but spaced out.
Yeah, there's Niklas about to cross the line. I think Niklas is a lap behind or so, isn't he? Because of the damage.
could
Yeah. Shu is going to pick up a podium here, though, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. What a drive from both of them. Very, very good.
Hamas is only at the second chicane.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a way to go yet. That was an excellent last lap.
Yeah, really good. Really good.
You see Dylan's comments in the chat. He didn't take enough energy, and he had to lift on the last.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's a shame.
It was a good gamble. It didn't cost him anything. He was second and finished second.
Yeah.
If it had worked, it would have been brilliant.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
so
thank you, guys. I'm going to jump off straight away. I want to go.
yeah, no worries, man. It's getting late, isn't it? Yeah. So yeah, thank you for joining us, Colson. Sorry the race didn't go the way that you wanted it to.
My own fault.
Yeah. Oh, there's always Tuesday night.
Yeah.
So.
See you on Tuesday, Collie.
All right. All the best, guys.
Cheers. Later.
Cheers then. Bye.
Bye. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll let Tamas cross the line. Great race. I mean, I was when I looked at the entry list, I was thinking we started this series with nearly 25 cars, so I had to buy the more expensive server, and we finished it with only 10, 5 in each class. But it's still giving us a really good event.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
That was great all the way through. That was a good race. Anything could have happened between the top three. It was great to watch.
It was really, really good, and I think it just goes to show that you don't always need a massive grid for it to still be exciting.
No,
because there was 5 cars in each class there, and it was still a really, really good watch.
Yeah, proper good.
So overtake of the race.
Oh, I don't know.
We'll have a think about it. We'll have a think, and maybe we'll do like a little poll for overtake of the season as well. Well, there we have it. Sorry,
great.
Sorry, Tommy, I cut you off there. Oh, it's dark in here.
That's all right.
Dark in my office. Let me.
Oh yeah, where's all the light? I can see you on the stream now. It's very dark. So Dylan's still got the fastest lap in the race with a 3:29.9.
Server is. Yeah, it is. So what we'll have to do is we'll have to wait for the results to finish populating, and then I'll be able to import them into SimGrid. But yeah, what a race! That was really, really good. Thank you for keeping me company, Tommy.
No worries. I really enjoyed it.
I thought it was good. I thought it was actually good that we had three commentators in there as well. It's nice just to be able to bounce off each other and stuff. So yeah, thank you very much. You need to get some practice in now, ready for your series that starts on Tuesday.
Oh gosh, yes. I'm hoping to do well, but I was joking about this with Rich earlier, where because Tony's in there, then to me, second place would be winning. So I'm okay with that. That's my target. I think I'd like to finish in the top 3 for the across the series if I can, if that's possible.
Well, that would be going the next step, wouldn't it? Because you finished 4th in the last series in the British GT, so to get into the top 3 would be a really, really good result. Did you pick up a podium in one of the races last series as well?
I can't remember, to be honest with you. I have got SimGrid open here. I think I did get a third in one race, but I'm not entirely sure, to be honest with you. But it's such a good grid. Like Tony Law is in there. He's fast as well. He's really good. And there's I haven't looked at the entry list yet, to be honest, to see who's in there. But I mean, I'm worried about all of them. And Paul is getting faster and faster as well, isn't he?
So Grosjean's in there, Tristan Long, Marcus.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Adam Dutton, he's quite quick.
He's really fast.
We've got the return of Nicky as well. He's coming back. Sarli's in there. Also, we've got Luke Hart. We've got Coulson. We are going to no doubt see Huey drop in for a few. He said he's not going to be able to make many of them, but I don't care. He needs to still drop in and beat you. Because that's what he said he wanted. He's going to do. So, you know. But yeah, I mean, the LMU series was great. The mini WEC loved it. We're going to do another one. We're going to have a little break now, where next Sunday we're not going to do anything. We may hit go on the Sunday after, or it may be the Sunday after that. I don't know. I need to consult with our LMU pros, which is Huey and Vince, to see what we want to do. And we don't know whether we're going to do hypercars and GT3s, or whether it's going to be maybe the LMP2s and GT3s, or maybe the hypercars and LMP2s. I don't know. We'll see. But we'll definitely do another one. Well done, Stu, for your podium. Could have done with a few more drivers at the end there, but the hypercars gave us an absolute cracking race. Well done to Dylan and Huey. We couldn't call it. We thought Huey had it with about 10 minutes left to go, and then we saw them both dart into the pits, and then we were like, "Oh, Dylan's got out ahead." And then it was a cracking last lap. So yeah, really good. And well done, Huey, for picking up 4 wins. And well done. Hang on. Isn't there a chance that Huey could be brought into the stewards room?
Yes, he did. He did a little murder, didn't he?
Yeah, they did. So there could be a post-race penalty applied, but that's yet to be decided. I think either way, he's won the championship, unless he gets DQ'd, which is very, very unlikely. Well, actually, yeah, that's not going to happen. Of course, we're not going to disqualify him for that. There might be a little 5-second penalty or something like that. We'll see. Well done. Yeah, so well done. Cracking race. But Tuesday nights, let's shift our attention to ACC. We've just been speaking about it a little bit. Tuesday nights, we've got our the US GT series starting. It's a short series. It's only 4 rounds. We head to Laguna Seca, Indianapolis, Watkins, and then we finish off at COTA. So, although the time doesn't look right on the final set to that. But yeah, so if you've got ACC and you liked watching this series, come and join us in the ACC series. It starts on Tuesday. We've got a nice grid, but we could do a few more drivers. We've got 12, not including me, I think. And I don't really want to race. I'd rather just do the broad.
Yeah, we need to get some more guys in there, don't we? I'm just having a look through some of the past entries. Like, I don't think Mayer's signed up, is he?
No.
Who else have we got? There's a couple of familiar names in. Oh, that's when all of the M4R guys were in there. Who else? There's Nestler. That's a similar name.
There was
Savids. That was a similar name. There's quite a few that have competed in past events, which I think we need to try and grab them in. But yeah, it's going to be a great series. They're always good. Always good.
Yeah, it's always good fun, isn't it? Always good fun. Cool. Right. Well, it's a school night, so we better go and get some shut-eye ready for work. Thanks again, Tommy.
Anytime, dude. Anytime. And I will. I'll see you on Tuesday.
Yeah, we'll see you Tuesday night. Appreciate you. Everyone that's watching, I hope you go and have a great week. Go into your workplaces or schools. Be the absolute best you can be. And be the light in every room. God bless you all. And yeah, we'll catch you in the next one. See you later, peeps.